Guys, what's going on? So I'm gonna bring you Tucker's latest tweet, which is very revealing, very, very revealing. Again, kind of cementing a lot of theories that everybody knew about, but this time it's like almost like a full confirmation. And then we're gonna hear Megyn Kelly and her take on the whole thing, because she always has a little bit of deeper information. And yeah, let's get right into it. But I mean, before we do, I got to go to the store. But it's very interesting what's going on with Tucker. Apparently, what's going on with him is that he can't release a show on YouTube. It would be a breach of contract, but he said that he planned to. So I'm very interested to see where that goes. That maybe there's going to be a prolonging of that show actually coming out, or maybe he's just going to bring it out and say, bring it on, guys. Like, do whatever you got to do when it comes to Fox coming down on him. Obviously, you guys know I'm showing you the shirts and the t-shirts and the hoodies and everything, sold not for sale, and the anti-WEF stuff. And just know that there's going to be another line of stuff coming out very, very soon. But yeah, let's get into this. Very interesting. So this is the first gentleman. His name's Chadwick Moore. He is the author of Tucker's coming book. It's an autobiography, and he's helping Tucker write this. And this book's actually coming out very, very soon. So let's listen to this.
Hey guys, Chadwick Moore here. I'm the author of a new biography about Tucker Carlson titled Tucker. I have spent the last year researching and writing this book. And during that time, I've gotten to know Tucker, his family, his friends, and his staff very well. In fact, I've gotten to know Tucker the person, not the caricature that his enemies try to portray. I was working closely with Tucker when he was taken off the air by Fox. And as some of you know, I was also a regular on his show, and I happened to be a guest on the final episode of the show, which was on April 21st. I've also seen the monologue that Tucker planned to deliver on Monday, April 24th, before his show was abruptly taken off the air. That monologue dealt with, among other things, investigations around January 6th, and particularly Ray Epps, the only person captured on video inciting people to violence at the Capitol that day, and allegedly an FBI informant who still has not been arrested or charged.
I just have to say, that's incredible. If that's what he was going to talk about, and then all of a sudden he gets fired, everything just kind of really lines up. Now, I'm going to let this gentleman finish, because this is not even the worst of what he has to tell us about Tucker's ousting from Fox.
Ironically, a good part of the monologue also dealt with the people and forces that are trying to silence him, like AOC and others in government. It has now been reported that his firing was a condition demanded by Dominion as part of the settlement with Fox. Although Dominion has denied this, my sources have intimate knowledge of the situation, and they have assured me, even before this news leaked, that that is in fact the truth. If that is true, it would mean that a small group of people who have a controlling interest in Dominion have managed to silence what is arguably the most important and influential conservative voice in the country, possibly until after the next presidential election. Knowing Tucker as I do, I'm confident that he will not be silenced, as I'm sure all of you are as well. If you're interested in knowing more, if you want to know about who Tucker is, about his history, his passions, and what motivates him, again, the title of the book is Tucker, and it's available for pre-order now at tuckerthebook.com or wherever books are sold.
So that is Chadwick. That's what he's telling us. That's what he's bringing us. Now, when you see this, when I play this video for you, it's just like, okay, well, that's just a guy saying it. But just like I said at the beginning of this video, this was tweeted by Tucker himself. So it's almost like, I'm not going to put words in anybody's mouth, but this is my opinion. And I think it's important for journalists to say that. Like, you got to say when it's your opinion. Like, I'm not pulling facts out of a bag here. Like, this is what I think. It seems like he's talking through somebody right now. This gentleman went and got the confirmation. He's obviously told Tucker about this. He could easily just go to Tucker. Well, Tucker could easily just take this information and say, okay, well, now I'm bringing this to the people. I'm letting people know. But he's in all sorts of legal constraints and everything. But this person, this author of his upcoming book, he's not under any legal constraints, so he can say this. And Tucker is allowed to tweet this tweet out. He's 100% within his right to tweet this out. And it's kind of just like a, look at this, guys. Look at this, you know? So I think it's very interesting. It's like Tucker's trying to speak through this gentleman like, hey, this is the reason that all this has been happening. And it is a pretty good plug to his book. I mean, Fox timed this just right for Tucker, honestly. They didn't think this through properly. They're giving him book sales. They're giving him one of the biggest shows to come out in like a decade. They're giving it all to him all at once. They didn't even realize it. So now let's hear Megyn Kelly's perspective on this. And we're going to start right off when what she's talking about right now is the video that you just saw. I just wanted to just link that up just so it has some continuity.
Any one of those people is talking to Chadwick Moore, right? It's very slim. Now, yes, maybe they relayed information to the board and a member of the board is talking to Chadwick. We've already learned that from Tucker. Tucker's already released in one of these news reports that a board member told him, or two told him, that it was due to Dominion. So I'm not sure what to make of his claim, but I will say this. The Dominion denials on this are weak sauce. All my spidey senses are up as a lawyer when I read the way they deny this. And I had Kelly McGuire, my producer, go back and try to find all their denials. What have they said? And these are the two salient ones. First, they said Dominion did not insist on Fox firing Tucker as part of the settlement. We did not insist on it. That's not enough. That's too narrow a sliver. That's too narrow a sliver. Then the second one was a little bit wider, and they said Dominion made no demands about Tucker's employment. Now, listen, if you are being accused of making this a deal term, wouldn't you come out and say, it's not a deal term? It was never discussed. The whole thing's absurd. Why would you say, I never insisted on it? I never demanded it. Was it a deal term or wasn't it? These are my questions. Was it a deal term? Was it offered? Did you agree? Did someone else suggest it other than Dominion? Was it discussed with anyone at all? What was the outcome of that? All those questions are left unanswered by these weird, very finely crafted denials by Dominion. And these are not dumb lawyers. They just won $800 million from Fox in a settlement. So they know how to do a sweeping denial, and they're not doing it. So that is the one thing that would lead me to say maybe they really are on to that, plus the fact that right after they settled, the week after, he was fired. So the timing certainly would favor an interpretation like this. What do you gals make of this?
Now, when this girl comes into the conversation, she just talks about how Tucker might want people to think this. I'm of the complete different. We'll just pretend like Megyn just threw it to me. What do you think about this, Colin? I think this is completely on point. This makes perfect sense. Again, like she said, they're not dumb lawyers. They're incredible lawyers. Like, let's face facts. Like, if you don't like lawyers, that's fine, but they're amazing. They just got $800 million, pretty much $1 billion. They know what they're doing. And they could easily, and it would be in a lawyer's mind to just say, no, we did not do this. We did not do that, because they want to keep things very clear cut when it comes to this type of thing. And when they say they didn't insist on it, it kind of gives way to, yes, it was on the table, but we didn't push it. It was just something that we suggested, and then they went through with it. Well, that's not on us. We didn't suggest this. We didn't demand this, right? I really do think it was because of the Dominion thing. And I've already brought up the fact that he took a swipe at Big Pharma. He took a swipe at BlackRock. He's taken swipes at everything that was at the head of this. You're taking a swipe at Dominion. That means you're taking a swipe at the White House. That means you're taking a swipe at the president, because you're taking a swipe at the election. When you question January 6th, again, that means you're really questioning the White House, the president, the heads of the whole country. You take a swipe at Black, you know what I mean? Like, he was just going at the head of everything. So I'm going to play another part from Megyn Kelly here. She just talks a little bit more about another perspective that didn't come to my mind.
New information, I bring it to my audience, but I just want to make clear, I am not being used by anybody as an ally or to do anybody's bidding. This is my honest reporting and my honest take as a former Fox News person. And one of the things that I'm seeing now, and I do think this has got a Tucker friend fingerprint on it, is there's a piece in the Daily News talking about how there's a treasure trove. He is sitting on a treasure trove of potentially damaging Fox secrets, including revelations about extramarital affairs and workplace misconduct. And that if this goes to an arbitrator or a court, it's going to get really ugly, like really ugly. So they're not letting him out. And meantime, Emily, the numbers at Fox are just absolutely dreadful. We've been keeping the running tally here on the MK show. Post Tucker first 4 weeks, right? We have 20 shows now to evaluate these 4 weeks versus the last 4 weeks when Tucker was at the anchor desk. I'll just give you the percentages. The 7 p.m. is down 22%. This is in the overall. This is like all viewers, not the young viewers. The 7 p.m. is down 22. The 8 p.m. is down 55%, more than half in its numbers. The 9 p.m. is down 29%. So Sean Hannity lost 1/3 of his audience too. The 10 p.m. is down 24%. So Laura Ingraham lost 1/4 of her audience. And 11 p.m. with Gutfeld, he suffered the least. He's down 12%. Now let me take you to the key advertising demo, 25 to 54. 7 p.m., down almost 40%, 37 in total. 8 p.m., down 64% in the 25 to 50. That's what they base their advertising rates on. 9 p.m., down almost 50, 48% Hannity is. 10 p.m., down 37%. 11 p.m., down 25%. That is a hemorrhaging that is happening in the Fox News primetime. They're hemorrhaging their viewers and their ratings, and why they don't understand that they have every incentive of fixing it somehow. Let him free. Let him get out there. Stop the bleeding. I don't get it. I don't know.
And I have like some.
That is just wild. I'm telling you, there's nobody keeping a tab on the ratings of Fox more than Megyn Kelly. Like, that was wild. The fact that she knew every single one of those numbers. And just to say, if that continues, Fox might end up like Vice. Now, I know Fox... Actually, you know what? Fox and Vice had the same type of backing, honestly. And if Vice went bankrupt, I don't know. Maybe that's on the table for Fox, or maybe Rupert Murdoch won't allow that. I have no idea. But if it keeps going this way, it's going to be very bad. For even any one of the shows to be down 64%, she mentioned one, 51%, that's crazy. That's crazy. It seems like as if Fox needs to go through a full revamping in order to like stop the hemorrhaging, as she put it. Now, I just wanted to bring up, she mentioned how Tucker has all of these secrets from Fox, and maybe that's another reason why he's being kept quiet. You know, he right now he is getting a paycheck. He is receiving money from Fox because they've just silenced him like everybody speculated, and he's still under contract, and he's trying to break away from that contract so he can speak his mind and everything like that. And I don't know. We'll see what happens when he tries to release this show. But what his book author said, Chadwick, that's a super telling thing. And just the fact that Tucker actually tweeted it out himself. This is a Tucker tweet. This is not just, you know, oh, I heard this guy said this guy. No, this is actually Tucker. Just in retweeting this, he validated everything that this gentleman said. Because as much as people think Tucker doesn't know why he got fired, he for sure knows why he got fired. 100% he knows why. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. That's the latest in the Tucker story. I will keep you guys up to date. Sorry I missed that last tweet. He tweeted that 2 days ago and I completely missed it. But yeah, other than that, hey, what do you guys think? What do you guys think's going on? Do you think it's true? I've already heard so many of them in the comments, but I always want to open it up to discussion. What do you think's going on? This guy just validated this. He's saying he heard it. He's not silenced by any gag orders. He's not under any contract with Fox. He's allowed to just speak his mind and say what he knows, which is what Tucker can't do right now. So what do you think? Do you think that all of this is truthful? Do you think Fox is going under? Do you think they could go the way of Vice? I really do think that's a possibility. But other than that, I am out.